Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Contest of Speed Tier 3. We're live from Sochi, waiting for the first guys to head out on track to get this week of racing underway. My name is Dan, I will be our commentator this evening, and it's a return to normality at last, because Matt's back, everybody!
Woo! I'm back, bitches! Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Your mic's a bit crackly, Matt, unless that's just on my end.
I don't know. Who cares? Who knows? I don't know. I'm back, that's all that matters. I know you miss me.
We definitely have. Although last week I didn't, because I had Thomas next to me.
Oh, alright, I see how it is. It's alright. See you later.
It's in a bit, what? No.
Knew it all along.
Yeah.
Snake.
So, first man out on track is Thomas, returning this week after his holiday away. Apologies everybody for not having car audio. Oh, there we go, sorted it. So, yep, he'll be first out on track in the Mercedes, looking to get himself back into some good point scoring finishes that he had before he went away. Yes, got Mitch and Ricky in the chat. Can you guys just clarify for us if Matt's mic is bad or if that's just on my end? Say something at length, dearest. Say something at length.
It's the new one, and it's a new one as well. Great, so I've already broken it.
Oh no, it's so it was all right for a second, and then it went again.
I'll just stop talking.
No, don't stop talking. Don't leave me alone. I can't manage alone. Blank says it sounds good, so it must just be my end. Hang on.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Roll it, be fine. I saw a yellow flag out in sector 3 days, not a good sign.
Probably just be someone slowing down, but Thomas is the first man out on track, as we said, out on the soft tyre.
Okay. I've just, interesting. I mean, I've seen Tiggerby out on the hards already. That's probably for a sighter.
It's same with Forza Fredo. He's out on the hard tyre as well.
Thomas has already backed out his lap. The yellow flag is for the slow-moving McLaren. It's just about to start its lap. That's Forza Fredo.
We've got Perry on a lap as well. Championship. Is he championship leader still? He is, isn't he? Yes.
He is. He is on 209 points. He currently has a, you can do your maths here, 21 point lead over Jacob, who's not here, so...
No, Jacob again misses out. Other absentees... Yeah. Both Williams drivers are missing tonight. Ross as well in the Ferrari. And Darkmark in the Alfa Romeo is missing. So 5 guys missing altogether.
And we say both the Williams like it doesn't mean anything, but it does in terms of the second place in the constructors, because let's be honest, Red Bull gonna need to double DNF pretty much every single race to throw this one away.
Red Bull should have.
So Williams currently second, 218. Sauber being led by the Russian himself,
Sergey
at time track, 214, and Toro Rosso with Jacob's run of form since he's joined the league, 194 with Jacob scoring 188, but you know, we won't talk about that.
It's all good from Jacob. Perry now starting his... Is he starting another lap, or is he... he's just starting his first.
No, he's already... I don't know. It's a new game, I'm not used to this.
Forza Fredo first across the line there, in the McLaren on the hard tyres, beaten instantly by Tennis Freak. I've managed to somehow jump right down to the bottom of of the lists here, so well, that will stay on board with Perry for now.
No!
Who's left the session? Millsies.
Millsies, the ever-present.
The ever-present, he's gone.
I was going to say, that's the kind of ballpark figure we're expecting though. 132s.
32s.
Possibly touching the low 132s, high 131.
Perry's bailed out of his lap, so we'll move on. Let's jump down to Stumpy in the Racing Point, who's going to be catching up the slow-moving Perry, although he's not on a lap as well. He must have invalidated his. Let's try eat the cookie. He is on a lap. And he is pushing. A bit wide on exit there, couldn't quite get the slingshot through that right-hander that he wanted into the penultimate corner. Around the final turn, 131.8 for Cookie. Now he has been quick from what I've seen of him. Sergey is obviously firm favourite at his home race to take victory. However,
I think I've just seen Lewis invalidate his lap.
Let's have a look, see if he's backing out of it.
He's still going for it.
He's still pushing hard, although he's used a lot of his ERS deployments. He's in mode 4.
Yeah, but I don't think you need that much during the last sector, because it's a very short and twisty little sector.
Yeah, true. You never know.
Needing the traction. Yeah, I think he's timed it pretty well. Oh, he is run out though. He's just about to run out there, he has.
Across the line, and you're right, he did invalidate. It was a 33.1 anyway, so it would have put him P5.
Here we go, the hometown hero.
Hometown hero, he's on board with Sergey. We'll jump to him ourselves on stream. Powering down towards turn 1. Let's ride on board. Runs wide actually at turn 1.
That could be a, because I know that's quite a stickler for track limits. That turn 2, or sorry, turn 3, because apparently it counts the little kink on the straight as corner.
Does it really? Yeah. Sergey still pushing hard. Tracer, I know that's you asking that question. Who do we think is going to finish P5?
Oh yeah, Tiggerby. Yeah.
Tiggerby P5. I'm going to go with... Thomas. Yeah, Thomas I'm going for.
It's been a very clean lap from Sergey.
Yes, definitely a banker lap. Ran a little bit wide on the exit there. That might cost him, but we'll find out. Was wide there as well. It's a very safe lap from him. Probably just a banker to get himself on the board. Puts himself second, 1,000th behind Cookie.
It's an interesting banker.
It was definitely a banker. There was a lot of wide lines.
Sector flat. Where we got that? That's a slow moving car because Raycon is on a lap. Oh.
Raycon is on a lap. Let's jump to
man
him.
On form.
He is, man.
Aware.
He is. He's been performing very well in recent events. Gone slightly under the radar, has to be said. Hey Robin, nice to have you with us.
I'll say he's one of these guys that are one of the consistent performers, but just doesn't get a notice sometimes he deserves. And last time out, I heard he got a second.
He did.
Second place finish.
Second place finish in Singapore. He'll be hoping for one better tonight, but I think he'll need some unfortunate events to unfold for that to happen, if we're being honest. However,
to be honest, if it was anything like last season's race, we could be in for a humdinger.
we could. Anything can happen. Not to mention the fact we are on dynamic weather, of course, so the race could be soaking wet. However, the fact we've had guys go out on the hards and the medium tyres, I would suggest that's not going to be the case.
Which means, if that's the case, then we're looking at a boring one-stop race.
Well, I'm not so sure. I've heard that there's two very distinct groups of drivers for this track. The first is the ones that can do the easy one-stop race and can make their way through to the end. The other have quite heavy tyre wear issues. So we might see some interesting strategy choices if that is the case for some of these guys.
Right, Perry's going again. He's going through turn 11. Yes, that is a corner.
Oh, is it
turn 12?
Is it the straight? That isn't the straight. Yeah, I'm on board with Tiggerby. I think I'm just in front of him. In the Merc, into sector 3, on the hard tyres.
I've got mediums for Tiggerby. Oh, it runs very deep.
Let's see, I think he will have... Did he invalidate that, or...?
Pericon.
He's going for it still.
So, struggling then, the Red Bulls, because Perry just invalidated that one. That was a 132.7, which would have put him 4th, but he's going to have to go again. And once again, we're seeing these Red Bulls doing pretty much a one-shot qualifying.
Yeah, the qualifying has been their real issue this season so far. Perry normally a reliable qualifier, but not so much this time around. Lewis has really struggled with invalidating his lap times in qualifying and then had to fight his way through in the race. It has compromised him. Cookie improves by 2/10. Literally exactly 2/10 he improves by. Set a 1:31.684.
Could this be the challenger for the favourite?
It could be. Well, great performance from Renault as well. Justin, who we're on board with, has set the time of a 1:32.0 to put himself in 3rd position. He'll be acting as rear gunner for Cookie as he goes to take the fight to Sergey. In the absence of his main challengers at the moment, Perry not doing so well, although he is out on a lap, isn't he? Or is he... No, he's heading back to the pits.
Yeah, so it's going to end up being a one-shot quali.
It is. Lewis is out on track at the moment. Let's jump across to him in the sister Red Bull.
It's not a great first sector. He's 5, so he's half a second down on Cookie.
Half a second down on Cookie. I missed his sector 2 split.
I shall look at that. Yeah, it's not great.
So we've all heard the interesting and somewhat unsurprising news today that Pierre Gasly has been sacked by Red Bull.
Oh, he's off at the end.
Is he going for P11? No, that's interesting. If he's going for 11th place,
it was strange. He was half a second down on Cookie and then matched him during the middle sector. So he would have been 3rd or 4th. So between Justin and Tennis Freak.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So maybe Lewis is one of these guys who has the high tyre wear issues, wants to start 11th so he gets a free choice. We'll soon find out whether he can. Let's jump across to the McLaren of KV. No, let's not. He's just coming into the pits.
It's Thomas. Thomas is the one on... No, he's not. He's just coming into the pits as well. So we've got a bit of a lull.
We've got Dan Hilton on a lap, currently 1.7 seconds quicker than himself, unless he's just finished one. He's just finished a lap and improved his time. Tiggerby, are you on a lap? No, I think he's coming into the pits as well.
Racer's coming in as well, so we've got Dare I say it, we've got a lull in proceedings in the Tier 3 race.
Stumpy is the only one on track at the moment, and he is going for it. He is going for a timed lap. So we should have something to watch at least. Redcon is on an out lap as well, as is Sergey going for his run for pole.
He's gone early, trying to get out of that traffic.
Yeah, and as that's just been posted in the chat there, unfortunately Ross has confirmed that he will have to leave Contest of Speed. It's alright for some, he's got a job in Ibiza.
Living the life.
He is. Fair play to him, we wish him all the best, and he'll always be welcome back in Contest of Speed should he ever wish to rejoin. A replacement will be found and should be in situ ready for next week's race at Suzuka, which incidentally is the last race that will be accepting new drivers before Season 4 starts. So if anyone leaves after Suzuka, then there will be no replacements until Season 4 begins, just so drivers have an ample opportunity to be able to score some points and not get themselves in any sort of relegation issues from Tier 1 and 2 and Tier 3, just so it's
Stumpy's got traffic.
Matches the two. He said his time, 33.1.
Oh, he looked like he was going to go again. So.
Yeah.
There's a few people just getting each other's way.
Alright, let's jump on board with Sergey. He's the man we want to see. He is going for it. He is on his lap. Around the long turn 4. Towards the Sector 1 split.
Yeah, well done Juventus for noticing that. Thanks. Red Bulls, both on mediums. So Danny, you are correct with your...
Yep, they're going for the long game.
Assumption.
Although, we're saying that, I believe that Lewis has missed the cut-off. He will not get a lap in.
Oh yeah, he is.
As has KV and Tiggerby. They've all missed it. Dan Hilton's in the pits. Millsies has finished without set a time.
Eat the cookie. Oh, I'll tell you what, Sergey's up by 3/10, but Eat the Cookie's matching his time.
This is going to be intriguing. Sergey will be first across. Runs wide there, that might cost him. We'll soon find out.
Another man
through
on the
the
move.
Final corner.
Nearly 4 attempts up, which is going to.
Sergey has invalidated his lap time. He said a 31.2, but invalidated the time. So Cookie is up on his time.
Raycon, yeah, it does improve. There we go, that up to 5th.
Raycon up to 5th, pushes Lewis down to 8th. He'll want a couple more.
Improve. There we go.
And does so.
The other Renault's coming around the last corner and looks to be improving as well.
He does. He gets into the 31s. Tennis Freak could take third place off Justin here. Maybe even second place off Sergey. Oh, he invalidated his time, but he would have taken second place had he not done that. Lewis needs 2 drivers. KV.
Perry's done his time on the mediums. It's KV and Tiggerby.
We must have made it in.
Needs one.
KV's through and goes ahead. I don't know what happened to Tiggerby, but Lewis drops out of the top 10. That might probably be what he wants right now, because he can start on those medium tyres, as can Perry. But it's Eat the Cookie with his first pole position in Contest of Speed with a time of 1:31.473. Cracking lap time from him. Sergey would have had it if he hadn't invalidated his lap time, so he'll start second, the home favourite. And then it's a A quadruple group of Dutchmen, with Justin, Thomas, Tennis Freak and Cygate taking 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Raidcon 7th, Stumpy 8th, Perry 9th, KV 10th. Those guys will start on the soft tyres, apart from Perry who will start on the mediums. And then you have Racer, Tiggerby, Forza Fredo, Dan Hilton and Millsies, who set no time. They have free choice of tyres. I'm assuming by the fact the Red Bulls went on the mediums that it's a dry race. And I think, at least to begin with, that would be the correct assumption.
Sorry, I've just seen Blank's comment in the chat. He said he's never heard, as being someone's racer's engineer, someone so excited again about P11.
I could believe it. Tell him we knew what was going on, Blank. We sussed him out.
We know what his tricks were. We know what he was up to.
Who's going to be the guy to press X? Who do we think it's going to be?
Oh.
It's Cookie!
No!
The pole sitter takes the penalty.
Mitch is right. If it's anything to go by last season, this race should be an absolute humdinger.
It should.
You can go and watch that video on the YouTube Contest of Speed channel.
You can.
It is the most viewed Tier 3 YouTube video.
It is the most viewed race from Tier 3. So let's have a look at the tyres while we're heading around. Everybody outside the top 10, apart from Millsies, is starting on the medium tyre. Probably going to try and go for that one-stop strategy, but we'll soon find out. Big weave in there from Thomas on those cold tyres. That's not going to help him. He wants to be careful not to put it in the wall. And if you're Cookie here, do you go for quite a fast formation lap, or do you want to slow it down, save the tyres, put some heat into them slowly?
I have no idea, but I can tell you one thing. If I'm Cookie, I'm bolting as quick as I can off the start.
I'm not sure he's going to be able to bolt away from the field. He might be able to get himself and Sergey away. He's not going to have much of a gap.
He's got to try as best as he can to get out of that DRS window.
Yeah, he does. The thing is, he's got to have consistent pace, because we know what Sergey's going to be like. It's going to be just a relentless charge.
But on the flip side is, Cookie didn't invalidate any of his qualifying lap times, so that means the other guys he's got around him are quick, but they're picking up warnings and exceeding track limits and possibly penalties as that accumulates throughout the race.
That's true.
So,
yeah, and there is also the Justin element, as I'm going to call it. If Justin can get ahead of Sergey, he can hold him up and help his teammate Cookie out.
I'm going to call it, if Justin gets a good start, he's not even going to think twice about dive bombing into the first corner.
No, you would, wouldn't you? You'd take the gamble.
Yep.
So,
play the team game.
You would. Renault standing at the moment to score some good points, especially in the absence of Williams. So get your predictions in now, everybody.
Will we see a last lap overtake for the win?
3 wide down that back straight, wasn't it, I think?
3 wide into that penultimate corner.
Oh yeah, of course.
And 4th place getting away with murder.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Oh, I can't see what's going on, but 5 lights. And away we go.
Oh no. It's back! It's back!
It is back. We're back in unranked lobbies, and it's back to this. There we go, we're finally away. Great start from Sergey, gets up the inside of Cookie. Justin as well, following up on the round the inside now of Sergey. We're going to go 3 wide down towards turn 1. Thomas as well, challenging up the inside. Sergey has the lead, sweeps across. The 2 Renaults have come together. Haas style, and Thomas has stolen a lead on them both into 2nd place.
That is not the ideal start for either the Renaults. Pole sitters down to 5th already.
There's contact with Tennis Freak, he runs wide, but both cars are alright so far. Cygate making a great start up to P4.
Tigby loses out He's under pressure from the McLarens and not giving it the best of runs. Lewis up to 10th.
Yeah, he's got himself ahead of Kavian now, following his teammate through the field. Be a couple of laps before we see those guys really make their move. Staying on board with Cookie, he's struggling. He's really struggling. Oh, he's got wing damage, that's why. Cookie has wing damage.
Stumpy's got wing damage. I'm pretty sure, because that was a very slow moving Force India.
We've got a slow moving Renault as well. Meanwhile, up front, Thomas has taken second place, taken the mantle away from Cookie, and is charging down after Sergey, still within a second after lap 1. Justin close behind. Then you've got a slight gap around a second back to Cygate and P4.
Goes wide, Raycon ready outside. Great move.
Just caught the edge of it at the top of the screen there.
Yeah, eats Cookie in the pits. He must have picked up front wing damage.
Yeah, he did.
We've got Milty to come in as well because he jumped the start. And he's lagging about all over the place and reset himself, and the game is just throwing everything at you.
Tennis Freak might have a run on Raidcon down into turn 1. Although Raidcon seems to have a lot of speed in a straight line. Runs very wide on the exit of turn 2 though.
Mills is definitely going to have to stop again. Eat the Cookie and Stumpy could go to the end of both pitted for the hard tyre.
Both on the hard tyres. They'll try and make their way back. And hopefully it won't cost them too much time. And with this race being as it has been in all tiers, when we've raced here in the past, there is every likelihood of a safety car coming out.
Yes.
Main thing to oh, you and me both, mate. We both got we both DNF'd here last year. Yeah. Thomas is burning his ERS to try and keep up with Sergey. Gap is hovering around a second. He needs to keep going. He needs to push on. Sergey though has 90% ERS to defend with, so I think that's a foregone conclusion. Thomas is going to have one attempt at this.
Oh, the Red Bull's getting racy. Race and Perry. Racer wants to get on with it.
Let's see. DRS is open for Thomas. For Justin as well, but he's too far back.
Tennis Freak could make a lunge here into turn 1, break on defence.
Oh, swept back to the right. He's going up the inside of turn 4.
That'd be ridiculous.
Great move up the inside from Tennis Freak to take P5 away from Raidcon. Haas has been pushing hard, running low on ERS, but Ferrari.
I know he's got a lot of ERS, but Sergey's looking a bit scrappy.
Cygate's the first man in the penalty book.
Other Millsy. Millsy's got to come in. Think this, that. Don't think he served his drive through.
We'll soon find out. He did come in.
Yeah, he pitted. That's the pit. KV all over the back of the Red Bulls.
Come on, let's jump to KV. Probably have a run into turn... Well, I'm going to call it turn 1, even though it's turn 2.
I saw Raycon's not giving it up on Tennis Freak.
And with DRS assistance, he might be able to make a move, but we'll soon see it. I think we're going to see a move from Lewis on Perry. With DRS assistance.
Will he let him go?
No, yeah. Of course there's no risk going to be taken.
So what Raycon he wants this.
Raycon wants it, tries to go back around the outside. Tucks back in behind the Ferrari. He'll get his chance if he can stay in that range. Meanwhile, the gap up front is up to 1.3 seconds. Sergey slowly pulling away, and Thomas falling back into the clutches of Justin. Can he keep up? Can he overtake? Can he then catch our flying Russian? Big winners off the start were Lewis and Forza Fredo, both at 3 positions. No really big changes apart from Cookie, of course, who's down 13 places after needing to stop because of front wing damage. Oh, Thomas ran wide, went in towards sector 3, and Justin's going to have a run on him into turn 1. Assuming he gets these last couple of corners.
Going for the move, turns Freak squeezes. Oh, not through there. We've seen it done before, and it usually doesn't end very well.
I'm going to go back to the battle for 2nd place and then jump back down and see if we can see both moves. Justin's going for the inside.
Raycon's got the move. Done. Sorted. Thank you.
Oh, Justin goes deep. And Raycon's through. I missed it. But Raycon goes deep as well. Yeah. Justin did the same, and Thomas got back through.
Oh, he's not going to try around the outside. That would be outrageous.
He looked at it, didn't he? Tennis freak. He did. And
we've seen that one done before as well.
We have. Justin picks up 3 seconds, and all this. Look, Perry's right on the back of the Ferrari now.
Race just dropped off a bit. We got KV there. We got Forza Fredo, Tiggerby. There's a train developing.
Sergey's really pulled out the gap this time around. It's up to 3 seconds now.
Makes a mistake. Oh, Tiggerby, that would be audacious if you went for a move there.
Tiggerby's going to have DRS down this next straight, and he's right in the gearbox of that McLaren side.
Right exit.
This could be a simple move for him. He's going to be on the outside, so Fredo can lunge. But Tiggerby makes the move, and now he has the inside to hold and secure his pass.
Yeah, parks it on the apex very well.
He does. Great stuff from him. Justin can't find a way past Thomas.
Out of shape, Tennis Freak down the inside. He's going to go for the penultimate corner. Oh, they give each other room.
Redcon round the outside to defend, but he's going to compromise his exit onto the main straight, and I think we'll see Tennis Freak get him on DRS here, and we might see a double overtake from Perry. I don't know.
Oh, this is going to look... No, Perry, don't do it!
Perry's flowing for the outside. He's made it stick. He's made it stick, you know. Great overtake from Perry.
That, and I wasn't even watching it. Oh.
That is...
That was literally a card's whip. There was nothing else. That was it.
That was total trust and probably a little bit of blind faith. Oh, that was bold. But that's what champions are made of, and he is the reigning champion of Tier 3. He's got himself up to 6th.
I'll tell you what, this is helping out Cygate a massive treat.
It is.
At the moment, I don't think he's got the greatest pace in the world. In the top 8 or 9, but it's just enabling him just to manage at the moment.
Yeah, and the Red Bulls now look like they're coming into their own on those medium tyres. Same for Tiggerby, Fredo and Dan Hilton. He'll start to come in.
Thomas just has an awful 3rd sector. He's sliding about all over the place.
Yeah, those soft tyres not working well for most of those guys. So look, Perry 7/10. Oh no, got great exit.
To Cookie to make move on Millsy, that's for 13th.
We're on board with Perry as he heads down towards Tennis Freak. Look at the straight line speed difference he's got. Does he have enough room though? Squeezed by Tennis Freak.
Oh, Tiggerby breaks later, makes the corner. Well done, Tiggerby.
Tennis Freak there, not quite leaving enough room for Perry, but.
So what, KV? Yeah, KV's coming back though. It's just side by side.
Tiggerby's going to have the position.
And he's done well there, Tiggerby, considering both him and KV both had DRS down that main straight.
Mm-hmm. Tiggerby through both McLarens. But let's not count KV off just yet. He's going to have a DRS zone around the next couple of corners, where he can have another go and go back at him, although Tiggerby will have DRS as well.
So is Greycon, so is Pep. There's a train forming and it's looking very nice.
The Tennis Freak train. We're going to see a move from Perry. Let's jump back to him. He's going down the inside. Tennis Freak has held his line well, and there's...
Raycon's there, Racer's there. They're both ready to...
Perry's making a lunge for it. The grip on those mediums so much better.
I think the McLarens have had to come in together.
We'll see. Perry gone round the outside at the penultimate corner of Tennis Freak. Yeah. And the Red Bull takes P5. KV in the pits, I think you're right.
Yeah, the McLarens I think have had to come in together. This battle is looking
five
incredible.
Cars going for P5 right now.
Oh.
Lewis just dodges the corner, lets those guys back through.
I tell you what, I was on board with him. He's done very well there because he's realised he's completely outbroke himself. And he thought, what's the best way of me trying to not
avoid this and not do what he did in Singapore. KV exits the pits on the medium tyre, interestingly enough. Not going for the hards. So he'll probably have to stop again.
Medium tyres can do 15 laps. Tiggerby's just picked up one. Racer completely out of shape. This has not been the greatest lap for him. Lewis definitely just struggling for rhythm at the moment. Yep. I'm not surprised with all this battle.
Keep himself together, keep himself calm, wait for the opportunity. One will arise. He's on the better tyre at the moment. He doesn't need to be aggressive. So he had a look at Raycon there, and it's just allowed Tiggerby to slide back up the inside of him.
Yep. Lewis is going to try and pin it.
Oh,
runs him out of road.
Who's going to have DRS?
He want to make the call on that one.
Well, these two have history. It was these two that came together at Singapore, and they've found themselves next to one another again. Raycon, really poor exit out of turn one.
Yeah, I think the rear tyres on that has definitely crying at the moment.
Yeah.
I think he did an extra lap in qualifying on them, and that could be the reason.
Could
Pretty
be.
sure he did 2 laps on them.
Well, given the seemingly weak wear rate of the soft tyre, maybe the undercut could be quite strong here. I've not done any testing myself to find out. So
I don't know, but Thomas is struggling and Justin's got a run with DRS. This could be interesting. Trying to get the move done, goes to the outside. Thomas then runs in pretty much out of road. Good hard defending.
It was. And
Sergey is
Justin lost the back end a little bit there. And Thomas is coming in.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Watch out for that white line. It's so easy to do. Sygate's in as well.
Sygate's in. Perry will continue. Tennis Freak.
Raycon's pitted.
Carries on. So we've got 3 guys in the pits going for the undercut.
Would it be the medium or would it be the hard tyre? Thomas has gone for the medium. Sygate medium.
Redcon medium.
Yep. There's some interesting looking mediums.
Right. So when does Sergey blink?
I'll tell you what, Dan Hilger is now going to be a pain in the backside for Sygate.
Oh yeah, they come out between himself and Thomas.
So these four is the battle we're looking at.
I'm on board with Sergey at the minute. 9.5 seconds clear.
Let me guess, he is currently on ERS mode of 0, probably?
He is on
8%.
ERS mode 0 on 50% charge.
Yeah.
He's coming into the pits as well this lap. You can see there in the bottom right hand corner the little green spanner on the telemetry screen. That's to show that his pit window is open and that the box is available.
Went deep, very deep.
It did, lost a little bit of time on the entry there. Let's keep an eye on Thomas. Let's see where he is.
It's about 28, 29 seconds to make a pit stop without any front wing. Tennis
He's
Freak
in.
is in as well.
For mediums for Sergey,
So
Justin as well. Thomas was around 7 to 8 seconds behind.
Tiggy goes to the outside, Racer defends the inside. And Tiggy gets the move done and gets it slowed down in time. These DRS zones, especially down the main straight, have been very profitable for our drivers this evening.
Certainly have, but Thomas has gained around half a second on Sergey by going for the undercut, and that will continue to grow, the gap that he's gained, or the gap that he has shrunk even, until Sergey can get his tyres up to temperature. And then you would say that Sergey will start to pull away again from him.
Eat the Cookie is 3.5 seconds off the guys that are battling for the podium. Just going to throw that in there. I know he's done 9 laps on the hard tyre already, but he hasn't completely gone out of the picture.
No, he's still there or thereabouts. See, I'm interested as to what the Red Bull's strategy choice is going to be here.
Someone's going to have to compromise.
Well, you would say it will be Lewis, because Perry is leading the championship.
And also he's picked up more penalties, he's just picked up another one.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-21 down at the Haas team. Raidcon obviously on the fresher tyres, set past by Daniel.
Team play there. No one really in an attack range apart from Raycon on Tennis Freak. These two still together and still battling. Raycon with DRS closes up behind the Ferrari.
I tell you what, Sygate, I know he's picked up another penalty, but he's gained quite significant. I say quite significant. He's gained a couple of seconds on Tennis Freak in that pit stop window.
Yeah, it looks.
It was 2 seconds, wasn't it? There or thereabouts.
Yeah, now 1.2 behind, 1.3 even behind Justin and Thomas, who are net P2 and P3. So Sygate could be on for a podium. Blank's asking for the penalty status of the top 5. Can you have a look, please, Matt?
Of course, mate. Top 5. Perry, nothing. Tiggery, whoa, ho, ho, ho. Tiggery is very close to having 3 lots of penalties. Lewis is 2 penalties. So is Forza Fredo, 1 penalty. Guess what? Sergey is clean.
He's just set the fastest lap as well. Thomas has just got 3 seconds.
Thomas is now on 2 lots of penalties. Justin, 2 lots of penalties. Sygate, 2 lots of penalties. So everyone's pretty much even on the penalty front.
What about Tennis Freak? Because at the minute the leaders are going to, well, I say the leaders, Perry, Tigby and Racer are going to come out around Tennis Freak and Redcom.
On 1 penalty, which is the same as who was it? Yeah, Forza Fredo. So Should be penalties. I think are going to come into more of a issue towards the end of the race.
Could be.
Millsy is in the pits. A medium.
Here we go into the end on those from here. Cookie closing in on Dan Hilton, but at the minute I'm going to stay with Raycon and Tennis Freak, because Raycon looks like he's going to line him up down the isn't straight.
Speaking of the isn't straight, I think Eat the Cookie's going to do exactly the same. Oh, this is not even a contest.
Easy through for Raycon and Cookie as well.
It wasn't even close.
Easily through. So, Cos Kravitz in the live chat says laps 16 and 17 is the optimum alternate strategies changeover point. We go
Sergey Forzafredo doesn't really defend that much. He knows it's not his race.
Yeah, so Sergey up to P4. Lap 16 or 17 for Perry, Tiggerby, Racer and Fredo to change tyres is optimum according to Cos Kravitz, but can they make those tyres last for that length of time and still be?
I think you think about it, the guys at the front pitted between lap 8 and lap 10 on those soft tyres, and that's on that, obviously that full race fuel amount. So obviously with a light fuel load and pretty much everything to burn, they're not going to be too much of an issue. So yeah,
it's fair enough.
Cos Kravitz is correct.
Well, Cos Kravitz should be. All praise be to the almighty Kravitz. Eat the Cookie as well. Should be able to go to the end from here, do you think? 12 laps on those hard tyres already. Another 13 to go.
Yeah, it's obviously Stumpy's in the same situation as well. These guys obviously having lap 1 incidents, not really helping their race. Yeah, the hard tyre around here is quite durable, so I'll be surprised if they do pit, it should last, but I think if they pit, it would be for fastest lap possibly, if they're nowhere near.
And trying to deny Sergey that extra point.
But yeah, this should be pretty much, obviously other than Perry, Tigley, Lewis and Fredo, this should be pretty much everyone done in terms of pit stops. On Dan Hilton.
Dan Hilton as well, yeah. Should be. We've got Tennis Rake and Raidcon going at it again.
Gap out in front is less than 7 tenths.
Tiggerby.
That's the closest spin for a couple of laps actually.
Could be. Let's jump across, shall we? And have a look. It's DRS assist for Tiggerby to get himself in range. Can he hold it through sector 3 and go again down the main start finish straight towards turn 1?
Perry was doing everything in his possible legal way of breaking that toe.
Is it the multi-weave, as I like to call it, the multi-weave?
I like to put it as the blank weave.
Oh, the blank weave, the heavy weaving. Oh, Sergey is through as Lewis is going early.
So he's going to have to do, what, 12 laps, isn't it, on these tyres?
Into the box. Onto the soft tyre. And away he goes.
He's going to be behind Tennis Freak?
Yep.
Possibly behind Cookie.
Let's jump across. Cookie's coming down the start finish straight now.
Just get back in front of him, I think.
Lewis has got the power down. He can see the Red Bull in front of us, and he will keep P10.
Which is good. He's got some clear air. He's got about 5 seconds worth of clear air to the ensuing battle that we've seen all race. Raycon and Tennis very down in front of him.
Yep, battle's still going on, although it seems to have settled a little bit.
Made a pass for the lead, Danny. I don't know if you've seen that or mentioned it.
I didn't spot it, I didn't see it. I haven't...
Perry's on DRS. Here we go. Gonna look to cut back.
He's got a double switch back, maybe, from Perry.
Possibly.
Oh, Tiggerby's gone! Tiggerby's gone! He's lost it!
Well.
Tiggerby lost it!
Perry has done fantastic not to crash straight into that Mercedes.
Yeah, he has. New underwear for Perry, please, but Tiggerby lost the back end. And I think we'll see. Yeah, Tiggerby as well is coming in. Those rear tyres must have been screaming out.
In as well. Here we go. This is the pit stop. We're looking at the progress of Racer. Racer has gained a second on the two guys in front of him already on this lap.
So he could leapfrog his... I don't think he'll leapfrog his teammate, but he might get ahead of Tiggerby.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be...
It's going to be close. We're on board with Racer now. Comes across the start-finish line.
He's gone.
He's past Fredo. He's past Tiggerby. He's past... Is he past his teammate? Not quite. So the Red Bulls, good job from their crew.
We're going to have the same four as we did earlier.
Yeah, the charging.
Around the outside, no way.
Is he going to hold it though on the inside here? Tennis Freak runs wide and takes the position, and Perry's going to look to capitalise on these two, scrapping it for P5 and take it himself.
Race it down to 2 seconds, so he's gained 2.5 seconds in a lap and a half, pretty much.
Yeah, and these two now are going to hold Perry up quite a lot. He needs to get past them both, really.
I'm going to say, eat the cookies there.
He's lurking. There. Perry looking down the inside of Raycon. It's going to cost you time, but gets you alongside, I suppose. But you both can have DRS.
Here we go. He's trying to use the overtake. Oh, it breaks well there and gets it stopped.
Superior grip of the soft tyre, helping Perry out.
They're both on soft tyre. No, they're not.
No, Raycon is on mediums. The game says he's on softs.
Sorry, it's coming up on softs.
Yeah, it is on mine as well.
Lewis is already there.
Yeah, I think we'll see Lewis make the move up here. We'll ride on board. Changes the DRS to high, tucks in behind the Haas. DRS opens. And there's advantage in a straight line. Allows him through with relative ease. Oh, he runs deep into turn one. Seen a lot of guys doing that. And Perry's got ahead of Tennis Freak as well.
Didn't quite steal the fastest lap from Sergey either. 36.1 from Lewis in that last lap. Sergey was 35.
Yeah, let's see what Perry's time is this time around though, because he got DRS from Tennis Freak down the main straight. And is on the soft tyres that have only a lap old, so I think we could see him beat that time now.
With 10 laps to go, our biggest movers, we've had Racer and Perry have made the most progress, 4 places up. Biggest losers have to be Eater Cookie and Stumpy as Lewis makes up another position.
Gets past the Ferrari of Tennis Freak, drops him to P7, Lewis up to P6. 2 Red Bulls. Make them. Oh, Perry 3 seconds.
That's not going to bother him.
No, I suppose not with the guys behind him. No, I don't think it will.
Oh, around the outside, penultimate corner.
Oh, I missed that one. Damn.
What a move! Don't you worry, I picked it up. Fastest lap, Racer. It was Perry, and it was Racer.
Perry made that move too early on Sargate, and the Racing Point has DRS to come back at him. Holds 4th position, although Perry could go around the outside here.
Sorry, Tiggerby's just taking fastest lap, 35.2.
So Perry round the outside of Sargate. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. But runs very deep. Again, a lot of guys running deep after their overtakes.
asking too much of the tyres, I think.
Cygate running low on fuel.
I think that'd be quite concerning. That's still 10 laps to go and he's marginal on fuel already.
He is. Could cause him issues later on.
As a multiple corner cutting penalties have just come up at the same time. My head is hurting seeing it all. Cygate defends very narrow into that corner, compromises his line. Very strange because Lewis wasn't near him. He is now. Oh, sorry.
Made the lunge. It was clean though, from what I could see. And the Red Bull's now P4 and P5.
Yeah, just took him off guard there, I think. I think for Cygate, he saw him coming and quite sensibly got out of the way. Tiggerby on Raycon with DRS lining the pass. Raycon's just struggling at the moment.
He's dropped out of DRS range of Tennis Freak, and of course those two were fighting. Not able to do so now.
Yeah, has he pushed too hard too early on those medium tyres?
Well, we saw it in his soft stint, didn't he? He seemed to wear those tyres out very quickly and lost a lot of performance, so maybe the same's true here. Runs wide there as well with dirty air and worn tyres. Raycon might end up dropping out at the points here, you know, because Fredo's on the softer tyre and he will probably catch him by the end. Gap's only around 4, maybe 5 seconds. In fact, it's less than 4 seconds now. Eat the Cookie is closing in, and then with the penalties he's got as well, compared to those around him.
Oh my god! Sorry, I'm just reading through our comment section in our Twitch chat. Tiggerby was described by Cos Kravitz as spinning around like Kylie Minogue.
Fair play. It's an interesting analogy.
That is.
Oh, we've got
Ricky's
3 cars.
Not sure if Perry can make P3. Should be interesting.
Cygate, Tennis Freak and Tiggerby all lining up together. This could be 3 wide down towards turn 1. Tiggerby's past Tennis Freak already. But will the Ferrari come back at him? He's gone for it. He has gone for it. Forces the Racing Point wide.
I'll tell you what, Tennis Freak wants a bit this as well. He wants to follow through. Follow past.
Wants to follow through.
Yeah, I changed it. He was going to follow through as well, same thing. Yeah, well, man.
You never know. And Tennis Freak now fighting Cygate for P7. He'll take it at the next corner, surely. Oh, little bump. Cygate's not giving this up without a fight.
I love this.
The Racing Point holding on.
This is all for 7th. Maybe I knew for 7th place, but these guys fighting for everything they've got.
Every point is valuable down here in Tier 3.
Hey, guess who's also back in DRS range, a Tennis Freak?
Is he Raycon?
He was. Briefly. Oh, Cygate's going back again!
Oh, Tennis Freak takes the position and will probably hold it now. Forza Fredo.
Cookie's there. And so's Fredo.
Catching this group of 3. Yeah, Fredo.
I think Justin's had a bit of a stinker because Perry has caught up by quite a bit.
He has, and he's dropped. I think that's just Perry being quick because he's dropping Lewis.
Yeah, I think that is outright pace from Perry, correct, yeah. They're both running similar ERS modes.
Fredo dive down into turn 1 with a move on Cookie, and again the Renault suffers front wing damage.
Oh, this has been a disaster for Cookie.
Has, although he can stop now for the soft tyres and will potentially still get a point if things go his way.
Well, he's going to have 28 seconds plus front wings, so he's going to say 33, so he's going to be behind
P13. It's going to be P... or is he going to be P13?
No, he's going to be P12.
Yeah, P12. And then...
Not if he keeps getting penalties.
Oh no. Oh, Perry has made a move on Justin. At the end of the isn't.
Gonna have a quick penalty check. There's so many that I can't bother to work it out.
We'll let the game do it for us afterwards.
Yep.
Perry already out of DRS range on Justin.
It's the one to keep an eye on though, is Perry. If Perry continues this pace, he's
on for second place.
3 second advantage over Thomas. Because Thomas has got 6 seconds penalties. Perry's only got 3. So that gap needs to be... Come on, maths, can we do this? Another 4 seconds, essentially, he needs in 5 laps.
It's doable. It is doable.
Yep.
But will those tyres last? That's the question.
Danny, I've got a bit of deja vu here.
Have you?
I see tennis freak with 1, 2, 3, 3 cars behind him.
Is one of them Raycon?
It is.
Is it?
Very similar to early on in the race.
It is, isn't it? Forza Fredo could do quite well out of this. All the guys in front of him on the medium tyres, himself on the softs.
Oh, Tiggerby on racer.
Yeah, those fresher soft tyres coming into play.
Oh, it's only a lap fresher, but Lewis just not got the pace at the moment, which is quite surprising. I think there is going to be some kind of double overtake, possibly.
Tiggerby takes the fastest lap away from Perry again. And
34.8. That is seriously quick.
It certainly is. Fredo going for the dive down into turn 1.
Oh, Raycon. Raycon says no.
Raycon doesn't make the mistake Cookie did to try and make the corner. He just cuts across. Although Fredo takes him round the outside at turn 4 anyway.
I think he kind of let him through, to be fair.
Yeah, he might have done. Although those tyres, as we've said already with Raycon, are weak. He's worn them out.
I'll tell you what, I'm surprised KV is still out there on those meetings.
Well, he might as well try and get to the end on him now. There's no point stopping from there. There's every chance he might get some points as well. Although Cookie might catch him. Not if he keeps picking up time penalties though.
Yeah, he's one of those that are on the time penalties, right? Oh, 4. He's on 4 plus 3 warnings.
Tiggerby could be coming for a move on Justin anytime soon, and he should drag Lewis along with him. So 30 viewers on the stream right now. Thank you all very much for watching. It's great to have you with us, especially since we've been going just over the hour mark now. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
Yeah, Lindy 22, you are. Yep. It's a tier 3 race and we haven't had any retirements. That is a surprising fact.
Touch wood, there won't be any.
I've just cursed it now.
Yeah. Matrix says Sergey driver of the day easily. That's everybody else as well in the stream chat, all 31 of you now. Thank you, whoever that one person is who's come and joined us. As Eat the Cookie sets the fastest time, 34.2. If you want to, as Nightbot does the job for me, whoever you think is deserving of the Driver of the Day award, make sure you get it in the chat now. and at the end of the race we'll have a chat with a couple of the drivers and get their take on tonight's race.
Perry needs 2.4 seconds in basically 2 laps.
I don't think he's got it.
Don't think he's got enough tyre left.
I don't think he has either. Lewis is starting to drop back as well from Tiggerby, so that's not boding well for Perry.
I think Tiggerby's should have Justin down the main straight, although Justin did get a better exit, but I think now with the tow and the DRS and the hot lap DRS, that is pretty much
move done.
Oh, hello!
Does the dummy. Lets him back through. Fair play from Tiggerby, went deep.
Yeah, he slowed it down trying to make the corner and make it a clean move, and Justin just out-drove him around the outside.
He did. A lot of drivers saying Perry for driver of the day. A lot of guys. We've got Downforce Max, Ricky, Titchy and Mitch all saying Perry for driver of the day.
That's interesting. I would say my vote's pretty much Sergey. It's been a dominant, although Perry's made a fantastic drive through.
He has made up 6 positions.
Sergey has led pretty much from start to finish.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
No! Don't you die on me, people! We've got to make it to the end. This could be the first time in a long time.
Tiggerby is through on Justin.
Oh, Justin's tyres are just non-existent. Tennis free on Sygate. Now then,
and
around the outside of Sygate.
Sygate will hold it, but yeah, Sygate's gone. Sygate's tyres have gone.
Yeah, gone. Absolutely.
They've well and truly gone.
I tell you what, Justin's not very much better when I saw Tiggerby go past
Forza
him.
Fredo well wide on the last corner. And that might allow Sygate to come back through here.
I tell you what, Raidcon's going to get him.
Raidcon's going to get him. Are any of them going to be close enough to challenge Fredo? Who's going to be latest on the brakes? Sygate takes it.
Oh,
but cuts it.
Uses the tier 3 line of turn 3. That's how you take it, guys. Raidcon around the outside. Oh, they touch.
2 more votes for Perry for driver of the day. Raidcon, another touch on Sygate, forces him wide, doesn't take the position. Can you keep an eye on Sergey for me? Tell me when he's going to come across the line.
Entering the penultimate corner.
We'll jump across to our race leader, soon to be our race winner. Sergey takes the win at his home race. And can you think of a happier man right now? Let's jump back across. Raidcon's got through, down the isn't. Can he hold it? Can he hold it though? Sygate could get him on the brakes. He's through, Raid's through into P9. Will he hold it on penalties? Thomas takes second, Perry third by 1.3. Tiggerby has fourth. Justin takes P4 back again. Lewis P6. Tennis Freak, will he jump anywhere?
This is all going to be down on penalties. He got close.
Fredo takes 8th, Raidcon 9th, Sygate 10th to round out the points. Can KV hold off Cookie?
Cookie quite can't get there. He's trying.
KV takes 11th, Cookie 12th. Stumpy and Millsies were a lap down. And Dan Hilton will be the last man across the line.
I'm trying to think when the last time we had 100% finishers. It's been a while.
It certainly has. For Tier 3, I don't think we've ever had 100% finishers for Tier 3. great job from those guys, put on a brilliant show.
Yep.
As we said, Sergey takes the win at home, in front of his home fans. There'll be some vodka being thrown around tonight. Thomas manages to hold on to second place, and Perry takes third. So we see the podium celebrations. As you can see there, your race finishers. Sergey, Thomas and Perry in the top three. Justin, Tiggerby, Racer, Tennis Freak, Fredo, Raidcon and Cygate round out the points. Cookie had the fastest lap, so no bonuses there for anybody. And the final positions are KV 11th, Cookie 12th, Dan Hilton 13th, Stumpy 14th, Millsies 15th.
Tell you what, compared to last season was going to be a tall order to match up, but it got pretty close.
Certainly did. Right, let's get some people in for some interviews. Let's go for... Let me have a look. I'll have to suggest them for you, won't I? Let's go for... I'm sorry if anyone can hear some plinking, because I haven't turned my my sounds off properly. Where's T? Let's go for... let's go for Thomas, Perry, and who else shall we go for? Should we go for Justin, since he was fourth place? There we go. Let's invite those guys in. Thank you, Robin. We enjoy doing it. It's nice to know we're appreciated. Let's get these guys in, have a chat, and see what's what. You got a fan on, mate?
Me? Have I got a fan on?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it your end.
See, I haven't got one. That's probably me just breathing.
And also me echoing slightly.
Well, while we're waiting for the drivers to join the party, and we'll have a chat to them. If there's any questions you want me to ask those three? Unfortunately, I can't ask Sergey any questions. He doesn't. Unfortunately, doesn't.
I did like the questions, man.
I know, I did as well. He doesn't do interviews, unfortunately. He doesn't have a microphone. So, we go, everybody's here. If you guys can make sure your audio is set to be shared. And then we can have a chat to you all. Okay. Let's start with Justin. Great job tonight in P4. How are you?
Yeah, it was quite a tough race to do. Also with the tires at the end of the stint of the mediums, it wasn't quite easy to handle them. Yeah, fighting Perry for P3 wasn't an option to do at that moment.
Yeah, it's had to sort of hold on and try and get P4 or P5 from... Although
Yeah.
Tigby got through in the end though, right? It was penalties that put you back up.
Yeah, so Tixby coming in, and I was managing my ERS and my tires to keep him off. Eventually he passed me, but still, after the penalties, I could, still end up P4.
It looked like it was going to be a really good day for yourself and Cookie for Renault, but obviously he had his drama on lap 1. But did you, after that, decide to just go for the points, or did you decide to really push on and try and perform well?
Well, in the first stint with the soft tires, I thought I could manage the time between me and Thomas to get closer and closer. Eventually lock up and dive home a bit, quite heavy. So I let him through and decided to follow him through.
Fair enough. But anyway, congratulations on P4. Well done. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. I hope you do very well.
Yeah, see you guys next week.
No, see you later. Moving on to Thomas next.
Yeah.
You're back after being away for 3 weeks, am I right?
Yeah, 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Yeah, and you come out with a P2. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, it was difficult on the first lap. I saw the gap and I go for it.
And say it looked like you got a really good start as well. Managed to get past both the Renaults, tuck in behind Sergey up front. Kept with him as well until the DRS opened, and then did you just run out of ERS? That's what it looked like, and then he just pulled away.
It was a difficult race for me.
Yeah, it looks it, but you've got your rewards for it. Well done. Congratulations on second.
Thanks.
Hopefully next time we see you it'll be for one better, and you'll have your first win. This one. Perry, we come to you at last.
Yo.
How was it going on the reverse strategy, fighting your way through the field?
It was a little bit frustrating. Got stuck behind some drivers battling on softs that, Russia's another track you can usually pass at, so that was a bit of an issue. Last lap, battling with Tigby, and Tigby, I think I had DRS on him, he broke late, and I just was going to do a switchback, and right when I went to do that, he lit up the rear and spun, and that cost me a couple seconds just avoiding him on the in lap. Switched to softs and then pushed as hard as I could for the next 11 laps, and made one mistake, ran too wide, and ended up getting a 3-second penalty, and that's pretty much what cost seconds. So I went with that strategy just thinking I didn't know what was going to happen. Maybe if I could luck into a safety car, I'd figure out how to beat Sergey or get an advantage over him, and obviously getting a safety car is happens every time Santa comes, happens like once a year in this game. So yeah, it's you're going to have to really dig deep to figure out how to beat Sergey, and I think it'll be a little bit better with Jacob back, and we'll have another dog in the fight and see what happens, because I've got, at this pace, Sergey will win the championship, so I've got to figure out how to beat him. Probably, I think at least 2, maybe 3 races in the next 5.
So he's taken a win at his home race. You'll be hoping to do the same when we get to Austin, I would hope. And then the rest of the races, is it up in the air, or is it going to be a case of...
I think the next race, Japan, last year's game, that was definitely by far my strongest track, so I'm hoping that's in the cards for both Racer and I. USA is a strong track, Mexico's a decent track, Brazil and Abu Dhabi I'll have to work on, but yeah, I think the next 3 races should definitely decide kind of what the championship will look like.
Yeah. Well, so especially with Jacob coming back as well, it'd be very interesting to see how you 3 can settle yourselves in that order. So, but congratulations on your performance tonight. You did a great job pulling that strategy off and managing to get yourself on the podium. hopefully we'll see you
Alright,
again
thank
next
you.
week when we get to
for sure.
Japan. To Japan, yeah. To Suzuka. So, Perry, you are also awarded Driver of the Day as well by the majority in the stream chat this evening.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, so, all that's left for me to do is conclude the stream. Thank you all very much for watching at home. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves tonight. We hope that you will join us again sometime. Myself and Matt will be here next week, as we are almost every Monday, to commentate on these guys' race. And we will be at Japan next week at Suzuka. If you can't wait till then, though, next week, tomorrow even, you can watch myself and Matt race in Tier 2, where Thomas and Lewis will be live. They will be commentating live on us and turning it round, and then on Wednesday you can see the premium drivers in our league. Tier 1 will be racing as well. So thank you all again very much for watching tonight. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We will see you next time. Good night.